Hello everybody, I am Remy Billon, Caterpillar Service Training Instructor based in Malaga. Today I'm going to show you how to export an ET data log file to Excel. So first of all, let's see why would you need to export an ET data log file to Excel. The first reason is that you can use the calculation function in Excel. Then if you wish, you can make your own graph combining different sources of data. For example, if you are using a multimeter to measure amperage, then a pressure data logger, and ET to get some data from the ECM, you can combine all those informations into one graph. You can use such information to troubleshoot a machine or an engine. You can also demonstrate new strategies, and you can get a benchmark or a machine signature for future troubleshooting. I am going to show you two examples later on after this presentation. Once you have recorded a data log, launch ET, Electronic Technician. You don't need to be connected on a machine, so you can do it from your desk. So you can click on Stop Connection. Then click on File. Click on Export. Now select the data log file you want to export. As you can see, there is no item matching the file extension, so you need to select SDF file extension. Select the data log and click on Open. Then you can save the text file. If you need, you can also replace the name. Then save it. Click on Export. Now you have a message telling you that the file has been successfully exported. Now you can close ET. Are you sure? Yes, we don't need it anymore. Then open Excel. Now we are going to open the TXT file extension that we have just saved. As you can see, there is no item matching again, so here you need to select all the files. Then select the file, open it, click on Next, then tick the box comma, and click on Finish. So here you have all the information from the ET data logger, the sample rate, the duration time, the pre-trigger time, and the ECM summary. So I have been recording information from the transmission chassis ECM in this case. Then here you have all the parameters recorded. The actual gear, the transmission input speed, and the transmission output speed. So now I'm going to use the calculation feature from Excel because I want to know the gear ratio. I'm going to divide the transmission input speed by the transmission output speed, then I will copy-paste the formula. In this example, I am calculating the gear ratio with Excel in order to determine if one clutch is slipping. So I will compare the calculated gear ratio from ET with the expected gear ratio from the Caterpillar specifications. So let's compare the actual gear ratio with the specifications. In the first example, for the first gear forward, I should find 6.67, so I am within the specification. Now I can check the second gear forward, so I should be at 4.9. So as you can see, we are within the specification too. Then you can do the same procedure for all the gears. I'm using a lot this tool in order to calculate the gear ratio, so I can determine if one clutch is slipping on a machine with an automatic transmission or without torque converter. So when you cannot stall the transmission, you need another way to estimate if one clutch is slipping. So that's why I'm using the calculation gear ratio in Excel. So let's see another example. The purpose of this example, I wanted to combine three sources of information. One coming from ET, one from a multimeter, and one from a pressure data logger, to make one graph. Here we have the actuator pressure coming from the pressure data logger, the motor speed coming from ET, and the speed ratio also coming from ET. So that was for the motor data. Of course, I have been recording the same information for the pump, so the hydraulic pump. I was working on an all-wheel drive system on Motor Grader. So once we have combined all this information, you will get this kind of graph. As you can see, the pump actuator pressure, the motor actuator pressure coming from the pressure data logger, and the speed ratio in the iStat system, so the speed difference between pump and motor. Here we have the solenoid supply in percentage from ET. That was just 2 examples amongst many other possibilities, so up to you to use this tool when you need it. Thank you very much for listening and watching this tutorial video. That was Rémi Billon from Caterpillar Malaga.